guys, in this video we're going to continue with the tutorial for the A section of Elite Syncopations. Last video I started it. If you haven't checked out my other videos, I have Entertainer, I have Maple Leaf Rag, I have some original stuff, so check those out. I'm going to play where we left off, and then I'll do the new part, and then I'll break that down, left hand, right hand. I'm going to do another 8 measures in this video, so it won't be too long. But we left off over here. And then in the last video, if you remember, I was struggling to remember what this chord was. And I said it was an E diminished, which it is by itself, but in the context of the piece, I'm thinking it's more of a C7 chord, C dominant 7, either one you want to call it, because it's coupled with, in this iteration of it here, you throw the B flat in there, and then same chord, moved up a different inversion, with the C on the bottom this time. So I'm thinking it is a C7 chord because the next thing is an F, so it's resolved to that. So that's just a little bit of theory. It escaped me at the time I was filming the last video, but if you're interested in that, that's what it is. So now I'm going to play what we're going to get up to. Okay, so after you do this part, that new thing, it goes back into a reiteration of that other thing we already learned, but I will cover it again. So you're over here, the left hand for this part, these 8 measures is F, here's middle C, F down, to A, C, F, to A, C, F, B flat, D, F, A, C, F, B natural, G, B, F, G, B, F, C, E, then C octaves low, up to F octave, to this F sharp, to a G, same thing as before, to G sharp, to A, E flat, D, sharp, C, B flat, B natural, B flat, and then back to C. So now let me play it together. Alright, so rewind that, memorize that, and get it really solid. And then the right hand, there's your middle C again. You're over here on this A, F, A. And these are 16th notes. Then you jump up to a G sharp, A, C is syncopated, down to an A, G natural, F, G, F, D, F, D, C, A, G, F, E, D, A, B, C, then C, E, C. Okay, so the whole thing. the fingering for that, the one that I use, after I do this chord here, this octave spam, you have to jump up right away to that G sharp, and you don't really have time, so I use the third finger, the fourth, and the fifth for that G sharp, A, and C. But you can experiment with that and figure out what works best for you. Then I do this. Then when I get to that D, I put the fifth finger there. I play the D with the third, the C with the second, and the A with the first. And then I go down one. And that's just how I've always played it. But again, if you find something that works for better, by all means use it. It's very subjective. People's hands are different. And then after you do that, you come back into this. So that's the same thing. I don't have to go over it again. I covered it in the last video. So now I'm gonna put them together. So you're coming out of this first part. You can hear that 7 chord wants to resolve. Now you come with this. Okay, so that's the 8 measures we're going to do in this video. Now I'll play a little bit quicker. And again, when you're practicing, do it without pedal, because you know, you get a better feel for the piece, and the pedal has a tendency to cover things up, mistakes and stuff. So do it first without, and then as you learn the piece, you can add it in as you think it needs it. So okay, so any feedback, leave it. Any questions or clarification you need, I appreciate all comments. If you can like, share, and subscribe, that's also appreciated. And thanks for watching.